Hi again, friends. How are you? Hope you're doing great. Today, I am going to talk about number 5 and number 10. So number 5 is cell phone optimized. Number 10 is about custom design. So starting off, I want to just talk about custom design, number 10. So when you're doing a website for your management consulting firm, if you were to browse, I just challenge you right now, if you were to Google management consulting and then put your city or put the type of service you provide and then your city or whatever the combination of keywords is, you're going to look around and you're going to see that 80% of them look alike. And we have in our minds that management consulting, business consulting, professional services all have to have this very sort of formulaic look. And they're all sort of look like banks. They're all kind of boring. None of them have any style. Very few have any personality. You would not be able to distinguish one from the other. And I do this every day. I do this for a living. And I do competitor analysis for our clients before we start a design project. And you look at these competitors and they all look alike. And they're all like, I don't know if they were all done by the same person, but there's not one of them that jumps out to you that like, wow, okay, that one looks great. Or if it does, it's the exception. So if you're planning your website project, really commit to putting some effort into creating something custom, something unique. Don't just buy a template and fill in the blanks. If you do get a template, find someone who knows how to customize a template. You want to give it a unique look. Your colors, your brand, your logos, your fonts, your voice, your style, your vibe. Like you want it to be that if someone lands on your website, it's like they're taking a bite out of you, that they're going to get a feel for what it's like to work with you. For example, on my site, I use a lot of pink. I love pink. And I work with a lot of men, and I'm sure men do not appreciate pink, but I love hot pink. It's like, I love it. I try to wear it all the time. I love that color. So to me, that's an important part of my brand. If you have a certain thing, like let's say that you really like XYZ, how can we blend that in? Making sure that makes it distinctive, makes it kind of people build rapport through what your website looks like. And then as well, making sure, now we're going back to number 5, making sure that that design is done by someone who knows how to make it mobile responsive. So there's a lot of websites that look great for desktop. You load them on the desktop, everything's fine, but then you open it on the device, and this is more per, websites that are a little bit old, it doesn't format properly, links don't work, it's all squished in the wrong places. It doesn't load, the buttons click and it loads really slowly, or the heads are chopped off in the wrong spot. And making sure that the person who is designing your website not just is a beautiful designer. So a word of caution, when you're hiring someone to design your website, make sure they are not a graphic designer, but make sure they are a web designer, like UI, UX designer. So they understand what it has to look like, but they also have been trained in what does it have to do. Because a website art, like website design, is like functional art. It has to be used, it's going to be consumed, it's going to be touched, it's going to be interacted with. That's a very different experience than a graphic design, which is usually flat. You don't have to do anything with it, you just look at it and it looks cool. So make sure the person you're hiring is a web designer, and then making sure that they know how to design so that it's going to be responsive across desktop devices and laptops and mobile phones and tablets and widescreen computers. And because in today's day and age, probably at least if you were to look at your website analytics, I guarantee you that close to half or more of your users, I bet, are checking out your website on a mobile device. So making sure that it's completely mobile responsive, and that's going to do so much to make sure that your website is consumable and usable and enjoyable for your website visitors. I will talk to you tomorrow.